morning. So this week's Parsha is Parshas Chukas. So I'm going to paint a picture for you. There's a woman. She's going down the aisles of a grocery store, and she's got several children in tow. And one kid reaches out to touch that pyramid display of cereal boxes. There's a resounding crash, an avalanche of cereal boxes scattering across the entire floor, and dozens of eyes are turning to look at the culprit. Then their gaze settles accusingly on the careless mother of the offender. She wants to run and hide, but instead she stoops, face bright red, to pick up one cereal box at a time because she knows that's what's expected of her. The mitzvah of paraduma, the red cow, is discussed in this week's parsha. For all other sacrifices, you could have a male or a female animal. However, for the paraduma itself, it has to be female. Why is that the case? There are a lot of mysteries about the paraduma. It's a chok. It's an unfathomable mitzvah that will only be understood by the time of Mashiach. However, the Torah gives us some hints to aid in understanding here and there. Rashi explains this specific part of why it has to be a female with a mashal of the son of a maidservant who made a mess in the king's palace. And, everyone would turn and say, okay, let the mother clean it up. Her son made a mess. The mother's got to clean it up. The paraduma is very similar. The female mother cow comes and atones for the sins of the calf, the Cheta Egel, the golden calf. After Matan Torah, the Jewish nation was elevated above the power of the angel of death. However, with the sin of the golden calf, death returned to their midst along with the impurity that comes with it. Hashem designated the cow, the paraduma, as the calf's mother to purify the tumas mace, the impurity of the death caused by her son. This mitzvah rectifies the sin of Cheta Egel in a piyut. Just as Bnei Yisrael were reddened from the sin, so too the paraduma atones as a red-faced mother. The nation lowered themselves before a defective image, and their former defects that were healed by Matan Torah then came back. The paraduma, the mother, must have no blemish in order to atone for the nation that is now blemished. By worshiping the golden calf, the people threw off the yoke of heaven. Now the mother, this cow, must have never worn a yoke. The golden calf defiled a pure person. So now the paraduma will defile the pure person who administered it. Additionally, the men donated their own money for the golden calf, since the woman refused. Now the contributions to purchase a paraduma must come from the men. Perhaps we consider that it does not suffice to protect ourselves from committing the sins. We're held responsible for one another and must do our utmost to prevent the downfall of others, especially as women. We must view ourselves as the mothers of the nation and act accordingly. The actions of our children reflect our ability and our success as caretakers and educators. When our child fails, we feel we have failed. Unfortunate, challenging, perhaps at times unfair, but nevertheless it's true. We must be honest and strong, a good example to all of those around us. It is imperative we remain vigilant and aware of the challenges that others are grappling with and extend our support and gentle guidance. When we find ourselves inspired, share the moment, pass on that inspiration. Hopefully, we won't have to find ourselves red-faced cleaning up the mess. I hope that you have an amazing week and happy Monday.